I don't know why I left,
I don't know why I left,
but I know it won't be long.
but I know it won't be long.
No, it won't be long
No, it won't be long.
till I get back home.
Seems like I've told this story many of times. The story when I decided that I wanted to be bigger than something just bigger than something, period. And it started with my enlistment into the United States Army. I didn't know what I was getting myself into when I signed on that dotted line. But I was backed by a family that supported me, and a family that was scared for me, because little 18-year-old self didn't really know what he was in for, or the type of experiences that he would soon come to find. I think something that we take for granted is innocence. And I think that we need to preserve it as much as we can, for as long as we can, because when it's gone, you don't get it back. So this paper right here, yeah. This paper goes into detail, about my experiences, about going to basic training, and just getting hit with a whirlwind of what the fuck am I doing here? And that changed, it changed over time. They make you into a soldier, that's for sure. So once I discovered what I wanted out of this, and that was to be put into combat, I wanted to see it all. I wanted to see the action, and I wanted to earn that badge. So March 2012, I got my opportunity. At 19 years old, I was deployed to Afghanistan in support of Operation Enduring Freedom, with a purpose of training the Afghan National Police Force in the search for Taliban insurgency within the Ghazni province of eastern Afghanistan. We were placed at a place called Fob Andar, where we took rocket fire consistently on a daily basis, living in a tent with no air conditioning, no amenities, and at nighttime the fob was blackout. So if you didn't have a flashlight, you were in trouble. You hid in a concrete bunker every time that alarm went off, and just praying, with your buddies that that rocket doesn't hit. None of you show it on your face, because showing fear is a sign of weakness, and we were stronger than that, so we didn't show any weakness. We showed anger. We wanted to get back at them for what they were doing to us. And we got that opportunity on multiple occasions as well. The many firefights that we got into, you're scared every time. Every single time you're scared. But you do what you have to do to get home. And I wanted to get home. I wanted to see my mom again. I wanted to see my dad again. And I wanted to see my sisters again. and I did whatever I had to do to make sure that that happened. Returning home after this deployment, I thought I was fine. I went to, every briefing that they gave us, and I was cleared. Everything was okay. Mentally, everything was fine. And then slowly, I'd say probably about 8 months to a year later, my condition started to deteriorate mentally. I was waking up screaming in the middle of the night. I didn't know what was going on. The sounds, the cracks. I was constantly living my life on the edge. And I didn't know if I could handle it anymore. I contemplated taking my own life on more than one occasion. But the thought of any one of my family members having to find me or see me is what stopped me. And that sense of being strong mentally. So, with all that being said, I earned my badge. I got it. As you can see behind me, this uniform, and the ones that are hanging on the chair behind me. This was my uniform that I wore during firefights, during encounters with the enemy, hiding within these concrete bunkers. If I haven't washed it, it's still got the smell of the land still on it, and that's the way that I want to keep it. This is my uniform that I retired from. As you can see right here, that's the badge that I earned, and I wear it proudly. To me, those uniforms symbolize a time of my life where I was stronger than your average man. I was stronger than your average person. And what you see now is a man that is recovering. And what has helped me recover is a lot of support from family and everything else. Because when you go to medical facilities and you're diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, I have that along with anxiety, they give you pills, lots of pills. Those pills are great. They do exactly what they're supposed to do, but they come with side effects and a dependency. I don't want it anymore, and I don't like it. So I've done multiple studies and have found that marijuana has become extremely successful in its attempts at handling my PTSD and my anxiety. So there's been multiple cases where the VA has actually done studies with soldiers with marijuana. I unfortunately haven't been lucky enough to participate in those studies, but I am participating in my own study, and so far the plant itself has done everything that the medication has done with no side effects. It has given me zero side effects. I don't depend on it. I don't crave it. I don't want it. And it's not going to kill me like these pills can. I take too many pills and I'm in the hospital, smoke too much marijuana, and I go to sleep and with a very big appetite. With all that being said, what we need to focus on is telling the side of the story that people don't want to hear. And that goes with anything. It's never easy telling the story of struggles and times of weakness, but they need to be told. And we need to venture out behind these pill bottles that are essentially running this country, and we need to find new avenues of medicine. And medical marijuana can be that medicine that helps veterans. If you're struggling, talk to somebody, get some help. There's a lot of us that are out there, and a lot of us that are willing to listen and willing to talk. If my experience, has touched on anything, it's I'm still here, I'm still alive, and I'm grateful that I wake up every day to just live. Something that I think that we take for granted. So do yourself a favor, wake up, take a big breath, and be thankful that you're alive. All right.